Hello, I'm Julian Bright of Informa. We're here at the LTE World Summit in Berlin, and I'm with Franz Seiser, who's head of core network architecture at T-Mobile International. Hi there, Franz. We've heard a lot of discussion this morning in the conference sessions about voice over LTE. What's T-Mobile's position on how voice should be supported in the LTE environment?
Yeah, thanks for the question. I think we've seen this morning that people more and more see that voice and LTE is much more important than originally thought. So LTE is designed as mobile broadband data only, but we feel voice and SMS support is very important to position LTE as a possible next generation mobile network and not mobile broadband only, where you would be easily in a position that you only fight price against bandwidth and nothing else, and voice is still a crucial service in mobile environment, and it will stay like that for the next couple of years. Now there are two solutions there from CGPP. We feel both of them are not best to solve the problem. CS fallback simply because it's not using LTE. It keeps you stuck with your legacy network for quite some time. And IMS is the second big one, which is agreed to be most likely the long-term target solution. But we believe that availability of this IMS solution will simply be too late. So IMS, you know how long it's there, and for years I hear in 2 years we will have it. We still don't have it commercially. And putting my most important service, which is voice, on an IMS platform, which is still not proven to be stable, and we don't know how it performs compared to the CS network that's very, very stable for years now, is a huge risk. And therefore we said, well, we need to have a plan B, which is at least as good and as easy as possible. And that's exactly what we promote now with Volga and the Volga Forum, to have a solution in place early that reuses as much as possible from what we have today and enables us then to build a new proposition based most likely on IMS in parallel for the longer term. The second important thing, and that's maybe not so well known by many people, this is LTE and starting with mobile broadband, not important to do any CS service. Almost true, one exception, that's SMS. And that's something people only start also to recognize now. Even on the data stick today, if you buy a T-Mobile broadband proposition, SMS is a big piece of it. Customer SMS, people to people, of course, but much more important are things, and this has also been discussed today, the bill shock warning that's done by SMS. So that's something, even if you're offline, you get this SMS and you get aware there's an issue. The other thing, which is also pretty good used sometimes, is to have some kind of control over the USB stick. So in case of roaming, we can download PLMN lists to make sure the device is connected to the right networks. Possibly the ones where we have LTE already in the roaming, so get best customer experience. All these mechanisms are used by SMS. And again, that's not natively supported by LTE. Volga would again give us very early a possibility to support such services as well.
So can you tell us a little bit about the technology behind Volga and how it works within the LTE environment?
Yeah, if people are somehow familiar with UMA GAN, which is working over Wi-Fi, you have already the principle, which is there is a protocol between the MSC server and the UE. And all you do is you take this message, put it into an IP tunnel. This is tunneled through the LTE IP network down to the device. There's a very small client in the device that removes the IP tunnel and forwards the message again to the CS stack, to the old CS stack in the terminal. So both the MSC and the terminal believe between them there's a 2G or 3G network, and in reality it's an LTE tunnel. Yeah. That's it. The big change we did compared to UMA GAN is we changed the handover procedure, so it's much more effective. UMA is working on dual radios, so it's Wi-Fi and GSM. That's one of the reasons why it was not that successful, because it drains a lot of battery. You have two radios on all the time. Yeah. That has been changed for Volga to have only one radio on all the time and have much better handover performance based on mechanisms that have been standardized in 3GPP Release 8 already, so there's not really any proprietary extension, neither to the MSC nor to the LTE access network.
As an operator, you've signed up for the Volga technology, the concept. You're a member of the forum. How confident are you building an industry support, a broader industry support for this approach?
We are pretty confident that this is the right solution to go, simply because of its simplicity, its technical smartness, and its big time to market advantage it has over all the other solutions which are available there. So therefore we are here to share with many other operators And the feedback I got already, we had already quite some discussions, that many people haven't been aware that deeply about the issues, because you need to dig quite a lot into the stuff to really understand the shortcomings and the problems. And the positive we got up to now was pretty positive.
Yeah. Do you feel those operators who are viewing LTE purely as a data service are not getting the full picture, if you like, in terms of what the potential is?
At least, well, let's say 3 out of 5 haven't been aware of the SMS issue up to now, so there is something more to go, and it's not obvious that you have a problem here. But if you tell them that, yeah, you're right, there is something, we should look deeper into that. So.
Yeah. And what are the timescales for Volga? When will we see it implemented in networks? How soon can you turn the technology into a commercial reality?
If everything went well, we still believe that at the time where we expect to see first commercial LTE deployments, so end 2010, Volga could be available because it's that easy. It's very much reusing the UMA GAN approach. So if a company has this in place, it's a rather simple upgrade for them to go to the Volga solution.
What about the issue of supporting devices? Are you confident that will be available as well?
That can be done as well, of course. If you look at the Volga forum, there are a couple of device and big device vendors part of the forum. From a technology perspective, that's again a big benefit compared to IMS, for example. It's a very small client that's hidden. Again, very similar to UMA GAN. You use the CS user interface, everything remains like that. You just implement that small client. All the big handset suppliers have implemented UMA GAN in the devices, so they know exactly how it works. It would work exactly the same way with Volga. So it should be also relatively easy and straightforward for them to implement Volga on a terminal side.
And looking further forward to IMS, how soon do you envisage IMS being implemented as a platform for voice services within the LTE environment?
Well, IMS deployments start today, we know that, but not for voice, not in mobile voice. In fixed, of course, we know they are doing voice a lot. In mobile, there's still quite some more things to do. Most important, and it's a big gap, is the whole roaming regime. There's nothing there compared to CS today. We know that GSMA is starting right now to work on that. We are with some other operators driving that a lot to make sure that they start to work on voice roaming ecosystems for IMS. Being optimistic, 2013, 2014, but of course the problem, and that's something we need to be aware, is the benchmark is CS. And CS is working pretty well, and it would be a big fault to go to market with an IMS voice service that's much inferior to a CS voice service. It would be very difficult to say, that's my newest network, that's the best technology I have.
Yeah.
But it's performing worse than the 2G phone you have for 10 years now, possibly.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, Franz Seiser, thank you very much.
My pleasure.